Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Trump mocks Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as the governor of the great state of Canada. New York prosecutors reject Trump's bid to overturn conviction. Trump nominee Mehmet Oz faces Medicare privatization debate. NY Attorney General refused to drop $486 million fraud case against Trump. Franklin fire in Malibu prompts evacuations and threatens over 8,000 structures. Governor Hochul launched a toolkit to help businesses support affordable childcare. Famous poet Nikki Giovanni passed away at 81. Brazil's President Lula undergoes emergency brain surgery. Netanyahu faces corruption charges as Gaza war continues. New Zealand government moves to ban greyhound racing. US swimmer Gretchen Walsh smashes 50-meter butterfly world record in Budapest. And FIFA to officially announce 2030 World Cup hosts and award 2034 to Saudi Arabia. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. Donald Trump, the president-elect, mocked Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau by calling him the governor of the great state of Canada during a late-night post on Truth Social. The post followed their recent dinner meeting at Mar-a-Lago. It was a pleasure to have dinner with Governor Justin Trudeau of the great state of Canada. I look forward to more talks on tariffs and trade with truly spectacular results, Trump wrote early Tuesday. Sources reveal that during the dinner on November 30, Trump joked about Canada becoming the 51st state, even sharing the idea with Trudeau. Fox News reported that Trump also brought this up during a recent interview, linking the idea to U.S. trade deficits. Trudeau responded to the trade discussion by saying Canada would fight unfair tariffs as it did 8 years ago. Trump's remarks also drew reactions from others. Ontario Premier Doug Ford called the comments humorous and joked about historical events, while Senator Bernie Sanders suggested adopting Canada's healthcare system if the union idea happened. Trump stated their meeting covered critical issues including trade, immigration, and the drug crisis, calling it productive. Trudeau described the talks as excellent but avoided further questions. New York prosecutors argued that Donald Trump's criminal conviction should remain valid even after his recent presidential election win. In a court filing made public Tuesday, they stated that president-elect immunity does not exist and urged the judge to reject Trump's request to dismiss the jury's verdict. Trump was convicted in May on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records related to a hush money scheme. His lawyers filed a motion on December 2nd, claiming his election victory superseded the jury's decision, calling the case politically motivated. Prosecutors countered, stating that the jury, not the electorate, decided his guilt based on the trial's evidence. The sentencing, originally scheduled for July 11, has been delayed 3 times, most recently after Trump's election victory in November. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office suggested deferring sentencing until Trump's term ends in 2029 if necessary. Trump, the first former president convicted of crimes, plans to appeal the verdict. The judge yet to rule on the motion will decide whether to proceed with sentencing or explore alternative legal remedies. The case remains a landmark moment in U.S. legal and political history. Democratic senators have demanded answers from President-elect Donald Trump's CMS nominee Mehmet Oz regarding his past support for privatizing Medicare. They raised concerns about his 2020 proposal to move all seniors into private Medicare Advantage plans. In a letter made public on December 10, the senators, led by Elizabeth Warren, expressed worries about Oz's financial ties to private insurers. The letter mentioned that during his 2022 Senate campaign, Oz disclosed owning over $550,000 in stock in United Health, a leading Medicare Advantage insurer. The senators noted that United Health is under investigation for alleged Medicare fraud and antitrust violations. The letter also cited Oz's 2020 opinion piece advocating for the elimination of traditional Medicare. While Oz softened his stance during his Senate run, he continued to promote expanding Medicare Advantage plans, which he called popular among seniors. The senators asked if Oz would oppose Medicare privatization, divest from insurance-related investments, and ensure Medicare's integrity if confirmed. The Finance Committee, which oversees his nomination, is expected to question Oz soon. Democrats hope to push for transparency, while Republicans, holding a 53-47 majority, will determine the final vote. Trump's team has not commented yet. New York Attorney General Letitia James rejected Donald Trump's request to dismiss a $486 million civil fraud judgment against him and his company. Trump's lawyer John Sauer had asked for the case to be dropped, arguing it could disrupt Trump's role as president-elect and calling for unity. Judith Vell, the Deputy Solicitor General, responded in a letter made public on December 10, stating there was no reason to dismiss the case. She clarified that Trump's duties as president would not be affected by the ongoing appeal. Both sides had already submitted their arguments in court. Judge Arthur Engoron had issued a $350 million judgment in February, later increasing to $486 million with interest. The court found Trump and his executives guilty of inflating company assets to obtain loans on better terms. Trump denied the allegations, claiming the case was politically motivated. His lawyer argued the findings were flawed, but Vell said there was strong evidence to support the judgment. The Attorney General's office confirmed it would not drop the case, and Trump's appeal decision is still pending. Future rulings will determine the final outcome. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. The Franklin Fire in Malibu spread rapidly near Pepperdine University overnight, burning over 2,500 acres and forcing thousands to evacuate. Officials reported that a small number of homes were destroyed, but firefighters saved many from further damage. The fire began late Monday near South Malibu Canyon Road, fueled by strong Santa Ana winds. By early morning, it had crossed the Pacific Coast Highway, threatening neighborhoods near Malibu Pier and Pepperdine University. Around 18,000 people and 8,100 structures were affected, with over 2,000 under evacuation orders. Pepperdine University issued a shelter-in-place order for its Malibu campus as flames approached. The worst fire activity passed the campus by early morning and the shelter order was lifted. Power remained out and classes were cancelled. Fire officials warned that red flag conditions, including strong winds and low humidity, could cause the fire to grow. Evacuation centers and shelters for large animals were set up in nearby areas. Authorities are investigating the cause of the fire. Roads in Malibu, including parts of Malibu Canyon Road and the Pacific Coast Highway, remain closed. Governor Gavin Newsom secured federal assistance to support firefighting efforts. Governor Kathy Hochul announced the launch of the Business Navigator Child Care Toolkit to help employers assist their employees in finding affordable, quality childcare. The initiative, funded with $1 million from last year's state budget, was developed by the Early Care and Learning Council. It is part of Governor Hochul's $7 billion investment to expand child care access and affordability for working families. The toolkit provides updated information to help employers support working parents. It aims to ease the challenges faced by over 800,000 children in New York under 6 with working parents. This resource offers business leaders and human resource teams strategies to meet their employees' child care needs. Toolkits were established in each of New York's 10 regional Economic Development Council regions. The first workshop introducing the guide was held in Schenectady, and more workshops are planned for January and February. Governor Hochul emphasized the importance of businesses addressing child care needs and highlighted her leadership in this area since her time as Lieutenant Governor. Her efforts include a $1.8 billion investment in the Child Care Assistance Program to further support families across New York State. Nikki Giovanni, a renowned poet, author, and educator, passed away at 81. She died on December 11 with her lifelong partner, Virginia Fowler, by her side, as confirmed by her family and author Rainey Watson. Giovanni, known for her bold and conversational writing, released over 25 books covering themes like racism, love, and personal experiences. She became famous in the 1960s and 70s with works such as Black Feeling, Black Talk, and Black Judgment. Her poetry reflected her support for the Black Power movement and celebrated Black culture and resilience. Born in Tennessee and raised in Ohio, she graduated from Fisk University and later became a faculty member at Virginia Tech. Giovanni was a National Book Award finalist and received a Grammy nomination for her spoken word album. Her legacy, including poems like Nikki Rosa, will continue inspiring readers and writers, highlighting her passion for change and her love for storytelling. Now it's time for global updates. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva underwent emergency surgery to treat a brain bleed caused by an intracranial hemorrhage. The procedure, conducted in Sao Paulo's Syrio-Lebanese hospital, was successful and Lula is currently recovering in the intensive care unit, according to a medical note shared on his official X account. Lula was transferred from Brasilia after an MRI scan revealed the condition. Doctors believe the hemorrhage is linked to an earlier fall this year, which left Lula with a visible cut on the back of his head. That incident had forced him to cancel his planned trip to the 2024 BRICS summit in Russia. Brazil's Labor Minister Luiz Marinho expressed his well wishes for the president's recovery on social media. Doctors are expected to provide further updates soon during a news conference. As of now, Lula is under careful monitoring and his medical team has assured that he is in a stable condition. The president is expected to rest while continuing his recovery process in the coming days. His team and supporters remain hopeful for his swift return to full health. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu testified in court on December 10, 2024 in his corruption trial, marking the first time a sitting Israeli leader has taken the stand as a defendant. He faced charges of fraud, breach of trust, and accepting bribes. Netanyahu denied wrongdoing, calling the accusations a politically motivated witch hunt. The court sessions, expected to continue for weeks, will involve 6 hours of testimony 3 days a week. Netanyahu is accused of accepting expensive gifts like cigars and champagne in exchange for political favors, promoting media regulations for favorable coverage, and influencing legislation to benefit business allies. The trial coincides with ongoing fighting in Gaza and international calls for Netanyahu's accountability in the conflict. The International Criminal Court recently issued a warrant for his arrest on war crimes charges related to the Gaza war, which Netanyahu's office called baseless. Critics questioned whether Netanyahu could effectively lead Israel during war while managing his legal battles. Protests outside the court highlighted deep divisions, with some calling for his resignation. Despite declining support, Netanyahu rejected stepping down, vowing to fight both his trial and Israel's challenges. New Zealand has announced plans to ban greyhound racing starting in 2026 due to high rates of injuries and deaths among the dogs. The decision follows growing public criticism and multiple reports showing that many healthy dogs were euthanized or injured on the track. The government had warned the industry in 2021 to improve or face closure. Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters said the move was made to protect the welfare of the animals. The greyhound racing industry will be phased out over the next 20 months, with clubs and tracks closing by the end of 2026. Legislation to prevent the unnecessary killing of racing dogs will be introduced soon, and a committee will oversee the rehoming of around 2,900 dogs. While the greyhound racing body expressed disappointment, animal welfare groups praised the government's decision. The government's action is seen as a step toward ensuring better lives for racing dogs in New Zealand. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. US Olympic champion Gretchen Walsh set a new world record for the 50-meter butterfly, smashing the 15-year-old mark at the Short Course World Championships in Budapest. The 21-year-old clocked a time of 24.02 in the heats, breaking Sweden's Therese Alchemer's previous record of 24.38 set in 2009. Walsh, who attends the University of Virginia, expressed confidence that she could go even faster. Definitely an awesome way to start the meet, the best way I could have, she said after the race. I think I have a lot more to come in that race, just some details I could tune up. This year, Walsh has set two individual world records, having already broken the 100-meter butterfly record at the US Olympic trials in June. She also earned two gold medals and a silver at the Paris Olympics. Looking ahead, she aims to continue improving in the semi-finals and finals. FIFA confirmed that the hosts for the 2030 and 2034 World Cups would be decided during a FIFA Congress, with Morocco, Spain, and Portugal set to host the 2030 tournament. Saudi Arabia was also chosen to host the 2034 World Cup. There were no competing bids for either tournament, making the decisions almost certain. The 2030 World Cup will be special, marking 100 years since the first tournament in Uruguay. In a unique bid, the event will feature games in three different continents: Europe, Africa, and South America, with Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay also hosting a match each. FIFA had previously announced Morocco, Spain, and Portugal as the only contenders for 2030 after other bids, including one from South Korea, Japan, China, and North Korea, were dropped. For 2034, Saudi Arabia is set to host the tournament, continuing its recent push to hold major sporting events. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,876.38. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 129.88 points or 0.65%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,367.58. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 207.08 points or 0.53%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,422.66. The Shanghai index is increased by 20.13 points or 0.59%. Hong Kong stock close price is 20,311.28. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 102.81 points or 0.50%. Bombay stock close price is 81,510.05. The Sensex index is increased by 1.59 points or 0.00%. let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump mocks Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as the governor of the great state of Canada. New York prosecutors reject Trump's bid to overturn conviction. Trump nominee Mehmet Oz faces Medicare privatization debate. NY Attorney General refused to drop $486 million fraud case against Trump. Franklin fire in Malibu prompts evacuations and threatens over 8,000 structures. Governor Hochul launched a toolkit to help businesses support affordable childcare. Famous poet Nikki Giovanni passed away at 81. Brazil's President Lula undergoes emergency brain surgery. Netanyahu faces corruption charges as Gaza war continues. New Zealand government moves to ban greyhound racing. US swimmer Gretchen Walsh smashes 50-meter butterfly world record in Budapest. And FIFA to officially announce 2030 World Cup hosts and Euro 2034 to Saudi Arabia. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.